Oh,
No.
so you don't regret doing it?
Regret doing it. So
don't regret.
I don't regret. Welcome to Cue the Mic.
You're Darren Worth?
Oh, sorry. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the vibrant.
I mean, we take a week off. Take 1 week off.
And we get all
forget how to
up.
do this.
Okay, go Randy.
We'd re-record this, but screw it. Fuck it.
No, we wouldn't.
I'm the vibrant Randy Twyford.
Oh, I don't like that. And I am Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 120.
120.
120.
You just looked at us like you were
12.
No.
21.
Okay, but Darren just looked like a deer in the headlights. You were staring at us why aren't you guys?
I'm like, what the hell are you staring at me? I'm Randy. Aren't you going to say something?
Yeah.
I said something.
Well, yeah, but when Darren didn't say his name.
I didn't say my name.
Oh,
not that we probably don't actually need to do that part. I mean, it's like routine, so I like it, but
yeah, it's a nice.
I feel like it is. It is a nice opening.
It's welcoming,
but
welcoming.
It's a nice little
welcome to our show.
Because it's one of those things.
Shit on you last week. Sorry.
Not really.
Yeah.
I think I wonder if listeners do our intro with us. You know, I do that with some of the podcasts I listen to, like religiously. I like do the intro with them because it's just like muscle memory. You know, like in my head.
You do it.
Like, like when I listen to this podcast called Morbid, and like at the end,
that sounds like a nice podcast.
Yeah, nice one.
And at the end they go, "Keep it weird," and I do it just like that every time. It's like a thing. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I was involved.
Your eyes did that too. Keep it weird.
I had to think.
Speaking of keeping it weird, give us an update on Lollapalooza. I'm anxious to hear.
Ooh.
Oh,
because it was. Randy sent me a picture, Emma.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, so one of the performers...
I've never seen so many people.
Well, okay, so I'm not going to lie. It did not feel like that many people.
Really?
Like, we were kind of in, like... So, our goal was to always be in the back so that we had room to stand. Like, we are not... Me and my friend are not pit people. We're not be up next to people at all costs, you know? Like, I like to enjoy my time.
So you can get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I enjoy my
Somebody
time.
starts shooting.
Okay. That was intense. But I like to enjoy the concert with, like, personal space, right? So we thought we would be, like, in the back. But looking at pictures, we're actually in the middle. But, like,
Really?
there's just... Because there's so many people. But it did not feel like that. It did not feel that crowded at all. Especially the Olivia Rodrigo show where there's 115,000 people.
Yeah.
You could not have told me that. I would not have believed you.
How was it getting in and around and back to your hotel and stuff?
It was pretty good because we paid for a parking pass, so we drove.
Okay.
We paid for a parking pass at one of the parking garages right by the entrance.
Okay.
So we were able to get in and out pretty quickly.
But that cost like $5,000.
No, it's only $100. Split 2 ways, so 50.
That's not bad.
I know.
That's probably the cheapest. That's probably the cheapest thing you got.
Right, and it was for 4 days, so we had it from Thursday afternoon to to Sunday night. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I was like, nobody drives in that godforsaken city.
No. So, well, when they do, it's crazy. We saw so many accidents.
Really?
I was like, guys, does nobody know how to drive? Like, we got stuck in traffic 6 different times because of a car accident.
I can believe it.
I was like, and I mean, we had people driving on the shoulders. I was like, guys, it does not take that much to be just patient.
No.
But God forbid.
No that word isn't even in the vocabulary in that town.
Oh god. But no, it was so much fun. Food was good. I had some good food.
Really?
Which as I was eating it, I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell the guys about this on the podcast.
What'd you have?
So you're going to tell us about it?
Yeah. Give me a second. I had some tacos the first night. That with a pineapple slaw. That were
What kind of taco?
real good. Well, now it's been so long. Yes.
Anybody else there?
Did I do burrito? No, El Pastor. Yeah, I did El Pastor. It's been so long now. I didn't take pictures. I forgot. And then I did like I had a churro s'more sandwich. Now let me tell you, that was crazy. What an experience. And what in the hell?
Jesus criminally. And there goes Randy.
Out of all the people, we never lose Randy. He's going to text us.
The grain bin must have went down.
Yeah, he's going to text us and be like, what the fuck just happened?
Lost my internet. He must have just hit the wrong button, though.
I don't know. He wasn't even touching anything.
Wow. That we know of.
Okay. But, well.
Okay.
Now what?
Screw Randy.
Okay.
Keep telling us about the food.
Okay.
He'll
So then
catch up.
I had, yeah. And then, so that was Thursday. Oh my gosh, Randy, you're back.
What'd you do?
Yeah, I somehow got disconnected.
Yeah. Quit fucking
you
with
did.
your keyboard.
I'm not fucking with it.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
All right.
then I also had, is it bao? Well, how do you say that? It's
Bao
like
bun?
the,
Yeah. Bao
yeah.
bun?
I had a pork and chicken bao combo thingy. That was pretty good. I mean, not worth how much I paid for it because I only got 2 little like dumpling things and no sauce or anything. So it was kind of just like really
no
just
sauce
the bao.
on a bao bun?
No, it was really just the bao bun and the meat, which it was like a lot of bao, so I really didn't even get that much meat.
A lot of
I don't know how
bao.
much I spent. I don't
Tito
know how much
will
I paid
love
for that.
Tito Francisco over in Cedar Rapids, you'll love that.
You're
He
welcome.
makes.
You guys
he's a
want to know how much I
kick-ass
paid
bao
for
bun
that?
guy.
Here's the thing. Everything there, pretty expensive. I paid $15 for that.
Well, that's not
For-
that expensive.
Well, considering that I only got 2 little things that were half the size of my fist. I don't even know how to. They were like this big.
Right.
Okay, like that.
Was
For
food overall
$15?
Pretty expensive?
I mean, everything was about $15. I did get like a poke bowl that was $20. That felt a bit expensive. And then tragically, as we were sitting eating it, I knocked mine over.
Oh.
It was a
So
sad,
was there lines at the
sad
food
sight.
stands?
It depends on the time of day.
Okay.
So there was like, I think Friday night we were trying to eat around 6:30, and that was crazy. Like you couldn't get it, you couldn't go, and that was also like the busiest day, or one of
Friday
the busiest
night
days.
was?
Yeah,
Really?
because of Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never heard.
She pretty
Oh,
famous?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have actually heard of her, but that's okay. And so yeah, lines were pretty crazy that day. That was the day where there was 115,000 people at that one show.
So Friday was the biggest crowd?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
and Sundays was also pretty large. We didn't go on Saturday. Well, we went on Saturday for just one performer, because that was like the only person we wanted to see. So we decided to take a break that day and kind of just go hang out in Chicago and relax. So we did that on Saturday. But then Sunday was also a pretty busy day. What did I have on Sunday? I had a burger. A good burger.
And I'll shove it out.
Fatso. No, I don't think so. Fatso burger. That's what they called it. Single patty. Had a little secret sauce, like Big Mac sauce. It was delicious. The
So
worst
a lot
part
of
though
food
was
stands. A lot of food stands there.
yeah, they had like three. So they had like three. Actually, it might have been 4 sections of like food that had anywhere from like I don't know, maybe 6 to 12 like setups or
Right.
something like that. And then I mean, it's set up just like well, I was gonna say like any other festival, but how would you guys know that? And then they had like an area where they had like dessert land, which was primarily all of like the dessert vendors and stuff. And then they had a plant-based part where it was like all the vegan and vegetarian options and stuff of that nature. And then yeah, or it was like kind of like the healthy section kind of. And then they had other vendors kind of sprinkled throughout. There's quite a lot of food.
How
It's
much was
hard to
beer?
pick. Beer was I think $12. I didn't drink, so
How much was a bottle of water?
$6.50.
Really? For a regular.
And it was in a no, it was like a can of that liquid death.
Okay. Is that liquid death any good? I saw that at Sam's the other day.
It's just water. I don't
Is
know.
it an energy drink or something? Or
No, it's just water.
I'll be
Then why
damned.
do they call it liquid death?
They're trying to rebrand water so that people that don't drink feel as included. And like it's like if I don't know, it is kind of nice
What?
because when because when I go to concerts and
So
stuff
they
and I'm not
feel
drinking,
included?
yeah, like because when I go to concerts
Bunch
and
of
stuff and I'm not
pansy
drinking,
asses.
listen,
Yeah.
will you guys let me? When I go to concerts and I'm not drinking and I have my little water in a can, it kind of matches the environment of like, oh, I'm drinking with my friends because I have this can of water, even though
Okay. I
I'm
got you.
staying
Oh, I see.
hydrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see, said the blind man.
Instead of
Yeah.
sitting around going, oh, there's plain
I
Jane
got
with her bottle of water.
Well, and
For a
sometimes
plastic bottle of
I
water.
can't slip her a date rape drug.
okay.
He had to go there,
It's
didn't
just
he?
yeah, it's just far too early for that. But a water was $6.50. Like or like actually no, water might have been 6 and then a diet because you could get like a 16 ounce of like Diet Coke.
Uh-huh.
That was crazy. That was $6.50.
What do you mean? It was crazy. Why was
I've
it
never
exact-
seen
crazy?
anything I have never seen a Diet Coke can that big.
Oh, it's a can, not a bottle.
It was a can.
Wow.
I had a picture of it. A can of Diet Coke, 16 ounces.
Huh.
A tall boy.
Yeah, tall boy
Tall
of Diet Coke. I'd never
I'll
seen
be
that.
damned.
It was delightful. And it tastes
But it was a can.
so good.
It wasn't
It
a
was
twist
can.
off bottle.
It was a can. Can of Diet Coke.
Pop.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Things that make you go,
Fun fact, when we go out to dinner,
Yeah.
sometimes I don't want water, because I drink so much water during the day and I want something.
God, I
just
wish
a
I
little
did.
something.
Yeah, a little flavor.
And if I just drink iced tea for some reason, and I got to piss 500 times a night. So I've gotten where I'll just order one Diet Coke at dinner.
It's
right?
addicting.
Well, it's not addicting,
But
I got to tell you, you go to a different restaurant, I'm not so sure that I don't like Diet Pepsi better.
what?
No.
Sound like my grandma.
No.
My grandma is
because you kind of go to one and I'm a Diet Mountain Dew guy. If I'm going to stop along the road and I want an afternoon caffeine, like driving home and I got to stay awake,
Sure.
I'm going to grab a Diet Mountain Dew. That would be my normal. But if I'm going to a restaurant, I don't. I'm gonna tell you, I think Diet Pepsi maybe is.
my grandma is a Diet Pepsi. My dad's mom is a Diet Pepsi fanatic.
Yeah.
She's 2 bottles a day. Doesn't drink water. Just coffee and Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Thrives.
me. God,
I try
gotta
and just
start
have
drinking
one.
water.
They're like, "You want a refill?" And I'm like, I try and like, no, because I don't want to be up all night.
I'm at the point of where I think I'm immune to caffeine, and it's really not good for me. Because I had a cup of coffee last night at 8 p.m. because I
boy.
had to stay up to pick up a friend from the airport, and I had no problem falling asleep waiting for them
You're gonna
while I was.
you're gonna have to move away from that fucking airport because everybody's taking advantage of that.
You're kind of a
No, I
shuttle
offered.
service.
I offered.
Kind of a shuttle service.
It's nice. I get to
Might
see
as
all
well
my
be an
friends.
Uber driver.
Well,
Might
no,
as well just
because
start Ubering.
well, there's 2 reasons I won't do that. 1, my car's a lease, so I can't be putting miles on it for no silly reason. 2, I don't like strangers, so why? You know?
I'd say
Just
that pretty
avoid it
well
at all
kicked
costs.
you out of the whole Uber situation.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm not keen on meeting new people if I don't have to. It's just a little too. It makes my social anxiety go crazy. And also, I listen to too many murder podcasts, so I would die.
Bingo.
Morbid.
Crime junkies, the whole shebang. I'm reading a book right now about a dad being a serial killer. There's like a whole, it's like a whole thing for me. Actually, most of my books back here are thrillers about murder. And my sister just gave me 4 more.
Are you like a serial killer that we just don't know about?
Or serial killer wannabe.
No.
Is that
I
what
have
you're
no
doing?
desire to. No. I have no desire to kill people. I think that's crazy. I think everyone deserves to live. Unless you're a psychopath that does kill people, and then death row.
Because I was telling somebody the other
is
day,
gray
that
area.
if you're gonna kill somebody, you know, I probably told you this before, but I was telling somebody the other day, they're like, if you're gonna kill somebody, you have to bury the body vertical. You have to dig a hole, and you have to bury the body vertical, like dig an 8-foot hole, and you bury the body vertical. So let's say you got a 6-foot person, bury him vertical, and then you put dirt over the top of them. And then on the surface, you kill like a dog or a coyote or something, and you bury that on top. And then you put it, so when they come looking for that body and they think you buried that body there, the dogs are they're going to see fresh and they're going, we found this body. And the dogs are going to dig up and they're going to find that coyote there or that dog. And they're going to go, oh, it's just a dog. And then they're going to move on. They're not going to find the real body.
Brilliant,
underneath.
Darren.
Brilliant.
And you're questioning if I'm a serial killer?
I'm not sure who taught me that, but pretty brilliant.
That's psychotic. We should really unpack that another day.
Well, really, it's just informational podcast.
FYI. FYI.
FYI, in case you ever have to dispose of a body,
in case we have
you'll
any
go back and go,
murderers listening.
Darren really helped me.
Yeah.
No, I think I like listening and
What
reading
the fuck?
all of. Well, I wanted to be a psychologist for a really long time. I find the brain very fascinating. There's just like so many moving pieces. So a lot of it is like I like to listen to this stuff because I like to try to decode why why their brain is wired the way it is, you know? Like what makes a person want to do that. And also I consider it like like a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm like preparing myself for the worst. Like if I was ever approached by a serial killer, I kind of know everything that they do, like all the ins and outs of every serial killer, so I know how to defend myself.
Interesting.
So,
in my head.
So
That's
this
kinda how
podcast is really just a science experiment with you trying to figure Randy and I out.
Yeah.
How's it working?
Not very well. You guys. Well, sometimes I wonder if there's even a brain in between those ears. But That's okay.
Huh.
Randy's the smartest sumbitch I ever met.
One of them, at least.
Yeah.
But
Off onto another subject,
yeah,
more upbeat
Tan.
than morbidity. I see congratulations are in order for you, Darren, winning another world championship.
Another world championship.
How
Wait,
was that?
wait, you won?
Yeah.
See, I don't. You guys don't tell me anything anymore.
Yeah.
So out of the loop.
So it was kind of an interesting trip. So Sherry and I, this whole New York thing started with we were out in Blackfoot, Idaho about a month ago. And here walks Eric, who's the organizer, one of the organizers of the Lebanon, Indiana contest. And he walks up and says, I said, "What are you doing here?" Because he kind of judges and helps out. And I said, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Well, I'm helping this organizer in New York trying to get teams." And I said, "Eric, you're in Blackfoot, Idaho." He goes, "Yeah, I know." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Hey, Sherry, what are we doing that weekend?" I'd heard about this contest. They were trying to put a world championship on the East Coast. And I said, "What are we doing that weekend?" She goes, "Nothing." I said, "Hey, you want to take an RV road trip?" Because we've had that our RV's been so dependable, being brand new and all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so she's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we finally got everything working with the RV, knock on wood, got the new batteries in, got the inverters working, got everything, all the slide, everything was operational.
Right. Did it
And
stay
so
operational?
it stayed operational the entire trip.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Not
had
like
that
Randy's
baby all
generator at
hooked
all.
up, ready to go. This was, a week ago, Wednesday. And we're going to take off Wednesday
Thanks.
morning. And it's about a 16-hour trip. And we're going out to Port Jervis, New York, which is about 2 hours outside New York City. And so we got it's a 38-foot RV, and I'm going to pull this 24-foot trailer behind me. And I'm like, "Oh, what the hell?"
You're about the length of a semi, aren't you?
I was. Well, I mean, the motorhome's on a semi chassis, so you're right up
Yeah,
there. When
there you go.
Got the air horn and everything. So anyway, so we wake up and she goes, "What time you want to leave?" And I said, "Let's just get up our normal time at 3:45 in the morning, get ready, and let's just go." And we woke up to severe thunderstorms.
Oh, boy.
Moving through. And I'm like, rain delay. I'm not going to leave in the middle of this crap.
Sure.
So we just kind of laid around for another hour and waited for it to pass. And we finally got on the road, I don't know, about 6 o'clock, so that we could then drive an hour and then drive through the crap.
Drive through this. That's what I was thinking. You're going to drive through it headed east.
Well, and we drove through it all morning long.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we drove through it pretty much, probably all morning long. Well, Randy, your state, as we traveled through, your state is by far the worst roads in America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We pay good taxes.
It was 1,100 miles out there, and I think there was about 950 miles of road construction on the way.
Oh,
out.
I can only imagine.
Oh.
And I think I saw maybe 5 road construction workers, because there was only like 20 miles of active road construction. The rest was just blocked off in one-way traffic.
Right.
Oh, God.
But Interstate 80 on the south side of Chicago was just a damn parking lot. Nobody working, just a damn parking lot. And it was horrible. I mean, it was
only imagine.
9 foot wide. Of course, I got this damn motorhome pulling this 24 trailer, and it's just bumping back and forth. I mean, just so uneven. And Sherry's over there just closing her eyes. And I'm like, it's fine. Just you get used to it. But
thank God for air ride seats.
Well, it's funny.
Oh boy,
It's
here we go.
it's funny because you talk about air ride seats, and I just was driving the motorhome, and we were on our way home, and Sherry says she's over there screwing around with her seat, and she goes, "Hey, I don't think your air ride seat's activated." So I had drove all the way to New York without the
Raw
air ride
dogging it.
seat on, raw dogging it. I was raw dogging it. I said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, here, just press this button right here." And I went, "Ooh." Instantly, I was comfort. I'm like, "Oh, wow, that'd been nice to know all the
Going
way
through
out."
it. Well, at least you had it going through 80 on the way back on the westbound
I
side.
did. I did.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
at
much
least a
better.
good
It's so
part
much
there.
more comfortable ride on the way home. But I felt like I was driving a 1967 auto car cab over.
No, a 1986
Peterbilt.
is
Peterbilt.
Zuzu food truck. That's what
Yeah.
you felt like.
Yeah, right over the top of the axle. So anyway, we drove out, and
Oh,
Chicago
jeez.
or Illinois was horrible. Indiana was almost as bad. Ohio got better, and we stopped for the night. We finally got ahead of the storms, and we stopped in this little campground, or this really nice campground, brand new, in Sandusky, Ohio.
Okay.
And somebody had sent me a message and said, "Oh, I think it was Tom from Meat Monarchy out in New York," and said, "Hey, looking forward to it." And he goes, Where are you stopping?" I said, "Sandusky." He goes, "Oh, you're going to ride the roller coasters?" And I'm like, "Didn't
Oh
know anything
yeah, I
about
was
them."
wondering.
Sandusky, Ohio is like the roller
Sure,
coaster capital of the world.
sure.
What?
Oh
And so
yeah,
I'm
I
looking
used to travel
up,
through there.
and I'm like, we are 3 miles away from this famous roller coaster park.
Right.
But we didn't get there till 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Hey, Sherry, let's go get something to eat." So we're going to go down to the pier on Lake Erie or whatever. But the rain is moving in. It's finally going to catch up to us. And I said, "Let's just go to this bar. It's got good ratings." And they had a fried bologna sandwich on the menu and a salad bar. And I'm like,
There you go.
This is perfect. I'm going to go
Perfect.
get a
Perfecto.
salad, and I'm going to get a fried bologna sandwich. We walk into this bar. We're the only ones there. We had to take an Uber to get there.
Right.
We go in, only ones in the bar, and I'm like, this isn't good. I'm like, "You guys open?" She's like, "Oh yeah, you just missed the dinner rush." I'm like, "Oh, okay." "No salad bar?" No, we didn't open it tonight." "Oh, okay." "And we're out of fried bologna, and we're
Oh
out."
boy.
I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me."
Holy shit, Oli.
So anyway, didn't get my fried bologna, didn't whatever. So anyway, we just had dinner, and it was nice. The bartender was nice. We had a nice little dinner, and halfway through dinner, the storm hit, and
Oh
it
boy.
was like torrential downpours. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "Yeah, good thing you didn't go down to the pier because the pier floods during any
Wow.
big storms." So anyway, we called an Uber, and I mean, it was like torrential downpours. And the Uber comes, and we took the Uber back. We're in the Uber driving through floodwaters to get back to the camper.
Holy
And,
Toledo.
and I'm like, "Could you stop at Kroger? Because I need to get some parsley for the contest." And I really don't want to finagle getting this motorhome and 24-foot trailer in there in the morning. And I don't want to wait till I get to New York and then try and figure out, because I'm in rural New York for this contest. So she's like, "Oh yeah, not a problem." So we pull in, and I run in and get all my parsley or kale or whatever, and run back out. I mean, it's just deluge.
Porn.
It poured all night long.
I'll be
And then the next morning, I drove through it all the way out. Finally got out into Pennsylvania.
Holy
And
Toledo.
got out of it. And Pennsylvania was beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And very little road construction, but just
Nice.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We get to the contest site. We finally get in there. Took us 20 hours total to get out there. Pulled into the contest site. They had got 3 inches of rain the night before, but which I was a little worried because this rig weighs 30,000 pounds. Pulled into this grass field, and it was just, must have been a sand field or whatever, because it just pulled right in. It was no sink, didn't sink in at all. We got all set up. Everything was great. And then it starts to rain. And then it caught up to us again and poured and poured and poured. So we went out to dinner, had a nice little dinner, but I mean, it poured all night long again. I mean, it just kept catching up to us. We'd catch it, and then we'd fall asleep, and it'd rain all night, and then catch up. But it brought really great weather. It was a really great contest for our first year contest. They put on a really good show. They had bands. It was just a nice, really good festival. And
okay,
I can never remember the dance troupe. Is it Yenshun? What's the famous dance troupe? The Japanese dance troupe.
I think it's the Yenshun
dancers.
Famous. Oops. This is my purpose on this podcast. Japanese. Oops, it'd help if I could spell.
Or maybe it's Chinese. Maybe they were Chinese, not Japanese.
These dance
Chinese,
group?
Japanese. Look at these. Remember?
God damn.
Remember that when you were a kid, Randy?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
What? I don't know what you're asking. So.
Well, what about them? Were they just there cooking were they a barbecue team or
so they were based there. Their training facility was there.
So
they come out and do a jig for you, or
no? But everybody walking around was.
What part of New York were you in?
Port Jervis. I don't know why I can't think of it. But all these, it was funny because they're walking around in these.
Okay,
Chinese
so this
in the Chinese.
Oh,
hats,
really?
In the hats.
Uh-huh.
And these little girls are walking around to the teams, and they're handing out these little good luck trinkets.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool, and their parents, they couldn't speak English, but the kids could.
Right.
But I mean, we had the time of our lives out there. I mean, the Northeast barbecue reminds me of Midwest barbecue 15 years ago.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just lots of camaraderie, lots of people just hanging out, lots of great food.
Uh-huh.
Like the night of the contest, Saturday night after the contest, there was a team Grandpa Vows. They had Greek food.
Ooh.
Really?
They cooked up a bunch of Greek food for everyone to come over.
Nice.
They had pizza over there. They had just all kinds of just different, whether it's food, just everybody just hanging out.
Yeah.
And everybody was just so friendly. They're just like, hey, you need anything? You need anything? You need anything? You need anything? I mean, it was just fun to meet a lot of people that, of course, you knew on Facebook or Instagram or stuff, but you had never met.
Sure.
So we had some really good neighbors. We had El Jefe Smoke was on one side of us, and then
El Jefe.
Fated, which is Fire at the End of the Day. They were on the other side. They had won the American Royal a few years back. We met them then. And then Brad from Getting Basted, he was set up in an Easy Up tent with some cans on the other side there. But then, Bill Gillespie from Smoking Hogs. But so we went into this contest with, we hadn't ever really cooked in New York. We'd cooked the Kingsford Invitational, which was that TV show out there. But we had never cooked in the Northeast. And fire at the end of the day, they were on a heater. They had won like the last 3 or 4 contests. And Brad, from getting basted #1 team in the country and smoking hogs, he had won virtually every other contest he'd entered in the last 2 or 3 months. I mean, just on fire.
Yeah.
We're like, didn't know much what to expect. And so like, well, we're just going to cook our normal stuff.
Right.
Ew.
So we cooked our normal stuff. And, I was struggling. I feel like I had been cooking really good barbecue except for ribs.
Right.
My ribs have been struggling. And even up until Friday night, I was walking around on Friday night and trying to figure out what to do with ribs. And I was over talking to Bill Gillespie, who's a really good rib cook. And I said, hey, Bill, got any tips for ribs? And he hands me, he goes, here's my rubs. Use them. And so he's got an apple rub and a regular general purpose rub. And
apple rub sounds good.
His regular rub won best rub on the planet at the American Royal last year.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, what do I got to lose? So then I'm sitting there talking with Brad and Mark from Faded, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, cook the ribs on the can. And I'm like, I've been scoring with the pork on the can. They're like, nah, cook the pork on the Jambo, cook the ribs on the can. I'm like, I really haven't. Only time I've cooked ribs on the cans have been on this damn 1-can challenges and really not cooking it that way. And they're like, cook the ribs on the can. I said, you guys going to help me? I'm like, yeah, we'll help you. I said, okay, I'll cook the ribs on the can. I'll cook the pork on the Jambo. I like the way the pork turns out on the Jambo anyway.
Right.
So anyway, I'm literally trying to figure through the night. Okay, should I use Bill's rub? Do I use my own rub? Should I use Bill's rub? Should I use my own? Should I cook on the can? Do I change it? Finally, I'm like, you know what? What do I got to lose here? I haven't scored worth a shit in ribs.
Right. What did you do? Last contest you're at, where'd you place?
Next to last.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Say,
ribs.
the bottom.
The bottom. And 2 of the last 3 contests, I had won 1, and the other 2 I would have won if I would have got 10th place in ribs.
And yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I'm like, screw
Fuck it.
Fuck it. What do I got to lose? So
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, guys, I'm going to be yelling across. What do I do? What do I do? And so that's what I did. I'm like, hey, what time we lighting the can? 7 o'clock. Light your can. Okay. Light my can. I mean, I was literally taking a tutorial.
Really?
I was taking a live class in action.
In
ribs. In ribs. I mean, on everything to do. But I was using that. And then Brad, when he cooks, he always sends, he goes to the Kansas City barbecue store and he mails out all his rubs and sauces and everything he needs for a contest. He has mail ordered out to the location, to one of the teams. And so he pulls out a bottle and I'm like, that's your sauce. And I had never tried it, called show sauce. I'm like, you mail your own sauce? And he goes, yeah, I don't want to break it in my suitcase. And it's just easier to buy it from them and mail it. Oh, that's interesting. He goes, here, have a bottle. I ship an extra bottle. I'm like, okay, what do you use this on? Ribs? Like, okay, I'll use this on ribs. So I've got borrowed rubs. I've got borrowed sauce. And I'm cooking ribs on a can that I had never really cooked ribs on a can like this way.
Right.
So anyway, go through our cook and Brad's tasting my food because I'm questioning my barbecue abilities at this point. And I've got Brad tasting on my food. And at the end of the day, he goes, dude, he says, your food is super solid. He says, you really have, he said, if you don't win today, it'll be he said, you deserve to win. He said, and I'm like, you're fucking with me. He goes, no. He says, you really cooked just really decent middle of the road food,
Right.
which is what we're trying to do.
Politically correct.
Politically correct food. So anyway, we go to awards and get a call fifth in chicken.
Yeah, respectable.
Which my chicken, I kind of fucked up a little bit. That I normally like to pull my chicken like at 196 degrees, and I got busy fucking around and I didn't rotate my chicken on the cooker. So when I went to measure it, I had the probe in the one end. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't rotated it. Well, it was only 180 some on this side. So I had to turn it. So by the time everything was done, my ribs were up to, or my chicken was up to 202.
Oh boy.
Oh,
A little bit more than I wanted, but everybody else cooks theirs up that high anyway. So I'm like, yeah, fine, I'll turn it in. I get fifth place in chicken. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice. How many teams?
38, I think.
38? Okay.
In the Invitational, the first day of the Invitational, which they called the World Championship. These guys are trying to build this World Championship out there. I'm not sure it's a world-renowned World Championship, but I mean, it will become a major at some point, but they're trying to build it. But I mean, the only thing that made it a World Championship now, I think, was that it, there was a judge from Switzerland there, but
okay.
When are we going to Switzerland? I'm going to ask that. I want to go to that barbecue competition so bad.
Are you going to sponsor us?
How much would that cost me?
More than Lollapalooza.
Well, Lollapalooza. I didn't have to pay for my ticket for that because I was asked to go last minute because somebody else bailed.
All kinds of money then.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I know.
Give me a rough ballpark.
To sponsor the team, Randy and I, flights, first class. Oh, geez, probably
first class.
Hell yeah!
We don't fly international. We don't fly anywhere that we're not flying first class.
That's right.
We'll join. Yeah, we are. Come back down to reality.
You can sit in the back.
Fun fact: the back is just as good as first class on international flights. There's space for everybody.
No,
you ever been?
Yeah,
I have. Have you guys ever been?
No,
you ever done it?
We're not sitting in cattle class.
Okay. Yeah, we are. Okay, so let's say we're sitting in the business, back in the back, economy, whatever it is. I can't tell the difference.
Lot.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of World Championships.
Saving now.
Speaking of World Championships, don't you have a little news to talk about World Championships?
We're not even done talking about New York.
I was going to say.
Well, I thought I'd just kind of interject that.
Now we're done talking about New York.
No, we're still on New York. We just cooked chicken.
So anyway, we're halfway through awards, and Randy goes, "Oop, oop, there he goes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so anyway, always. we get fifth place calling chicken. So then comes ribs, and I know ribs is a wild card, and so they're counting down, and we get down, and I'm like, "Oh shit, fuck, here we go." And then we get called first place in ribs with a perfect score. And
fantastic.
Holy shit. The canned ribs paid off.
Uh-huh.
The plan paid off. So they let me take the microphone and give thanks to my coaches and my, sponsors.
Literally everybody there. Hey, thanks to everybody else for giving me everything else so I could pull this off.
So I could look around and beat everybody. And then we had good pork, so we hit third in pork, and brisket's been hitting, and I'm like, oh, just give me a brisket call. Give me any brisket call. We got called 8th place in brisket. I was super nervous about brisket. These guys had me psyched out about brisket because everybody knows that I'm a meatloaf guy on brisket. I love to cut my brisket
What
thick.
Is it? Oh, okay.
I like to cut my brisket really thick. I like to overcook it and cut it really thick and turn in burn ends. And they're like, well, you better learn to slice it thinner and make it a little, don't. They had me all psyched out about brisket.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, I'll try and dial her back a little bit. Literally in the trailer, it took me 15 minutes, I think, to cut my brisket.
Oh boy.
I had to concentrate so much because normally when I'm just slicing brisket, I just
Chomp,
slice
chomp,
brisket
chomp.
and it's thick. But when I had to concentrate and cut my brisket like pencil thick, like you're supposed to cut it,
Right.
I had to concentrate so much that it was like, oh my God, this was horrible. I don't know how people do that. But anyway,
Do you think if you would have just done what you normally would have done, it would have been better for
no,
brisket? Oh,
no.
so you don't regret
I don't
doing it the way?
regret doing
Regret.
it. So
I don't regret.
I don't regret. So anyway,
He's been hanging out of grip too much.
we're going through it, and I'm like, just give me a brisket call. Just give me a brisket call. So I got 8th place in brisket. Well, Patty McHughes was sitting in front of us, and he had 3 calls too, and he had 2 calls. So if he's a really good brisket call, really good brisket cook.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting next smoking hogs, and he goes, yeah, he's a good brisket cook. And so we're like, if he gets a brisket call higher than me, he's going to win. And
He got 9th.
going through, and we're like, oh, come on, don't get a brisket call. And he didn't get a brisket call.
Oh, he didn't get a
Oh.
brisket call. Oh.
We knew we had it won.
So, okay, question for us barbecue dummies out here. If he would have gotten like a 9th, would you still have won?
Depends. It would have been depending on the scores. Would depend on the scores.
So it doesn't necessarily matter place. It like you need the place.
Cumulative score, right?
Okay,
Because,
okay.
you know, I mean, chicken score is relatively high. I knew I had a 180 in ribs,
Yeah.
which helps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it just depends on, you know,
Got it.
because I could have a 180 and second place in ribs could have been a 176. You know, not that it was, but it sometimes happens that way. But
Okay.
first place in brisket could have been a 174. So when you add all those scores together,
Right.
Got it. Okay.
right?
That makes sense. Carry on.
Yeah. So anyway, I had trophy envy because this trophy, when we went to the cooks meeting, Humphrey Smokers made this trophy. And it is the most fascinating trophy ever.
Looks pretty neat.
What makes it?
It's huge. It's
was gonna say-
handcrafted. American flag, world
I was gonna say, it is
champion.
pretty.
It weighs like 40, 45 pounds.
Does it really?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big.
Oh, it is welded quite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's welded. It's the most beautiful trophy in my collection.
I'll be damned.
It is. I mean, it is quite nice. I find it especially funny next to the has been license plate.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah. You still got it.
So
Still got it.
now we're going to take, because, you know, we built that trophy case in 2014, I think. Now our big trophy case hasn't had a new trophy put in it since 2014. Now we're going to take all the trophies out of that case since 2014. And now we're going to refresh that case with this as the centerpiece. And then put all our grand champion trophies since 2014 in that case. Because we have some really cool ass trophies, and just give it a big old refresh.
Good.
Yeah. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be really good.
Yeah. It's just a matter of finding
Doing
time
that.
to do that.
Taking
Wow.
time.
I told Amanda, I said, hey, new project. Got to go up to
I'm
the
sure she
warehouse and
loved
start
that.
picking out cool trophies.
Oh.
Little
that's
does
easy.
she know that she's not getting rid of trophies because I'm bringing the other ones back.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But, well, it'll be cool to see it in the restaurant. It'll look nice
Yeah.
in the restaurant.
And
That's
then I
very
had to
America.
bring Brad's back too because he flew in. So, and he ended up winning. So then we moved to Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And I had no expectations for Sunday. And we added 10 or 12 more teams. We went up to 48 or 50 teams, I think, on Sunday. And so on Sunday, I thought I pulled my chicken exactly where I wanted to. It was juicy. I thought my chicken was amazing. 30th place chicken.
Oh.
Ouch. My ribs weren't as good on Sunday. I ended up 2 racks didn't get as done. 2 racks were uglier than hell that I had to use, and ended up getting like 20th in ribs. My pork was really weak, I thought, on Sunday. It wasn't near as good as it was on Saturday.
Now let me ask you something. So that some viewers may be thinking about. What do you mean by your pork was not as strong as it was on Saturday? What was the thing? What did you not like about it?
I thought it was too tender. I thought it got a little bit away from me. It wasn't as. It was a little more on the tender side than I had been scoring with.
Okay.
It was a little over versus where I wanted it. But
flavor wise,
it's fine that they liked it. I don't taste my pork, Randy.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just cut it up and put it in the box.
Duh, Randy.
Okay. Duh, Randy. I should know that.
Yeah.
Duh, Randy.
Doesn't try anything.
I eat my chicken after I turn it in.
Remember that time when you just spit out everything? Like a toddler?
Remember that time when I spit out everything as a toddler?
Like a toddler. When you were going through your tasting, you would spit out your food. Like you would.
So the biggest thing was the tenderness on the pork is what you didn't like.
Yeah. The pork was the tenderness because I went to slice and then all of a sudden I went to pick one up and it like fell apart. I'm like,
okay,
boy, this is
not good.
This isn't good. But anyway, I was able to piece it together and whatever. And then brisket, I said, fuck it. And I went thicker, and I turned in burnt ends against my thing. And I can't remember where I finished, but it wasn't in the top 10.
Wasn't in the top 10.
But anyway, I finished second in pork. I was fine with that. I was happy.
Oh, you did get second in pork.
I got second in pork.
That you didn't like.
Which I thought pork was my weakest category.
Right.
Second in pork, well, we ended up finished 6th overall.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
Yeah, so we hit a top 10, which was great.
Right.
So we were very happy with the trip. It was and then coming home, uneventful trip. Only took 17 hours to come home.
Really?
Yeah, road construction in that lane was evidently better.
Huh. And you weren't fighting the rain.
I was going to say, and they're
we did have beautiful. Yeah, we did have beautiful weather coming home. So. You got a problem over there, Randy?
Yeah, something on my spectacles.
I think Click Magic is becoming the new. I think maybe we got to get them to sponsor us. That's the way we ought to. Sold a bunch of these this week in New York.
They're handy.
Where'd you get those? I keep forwarding the link. I just go back. I have to Google and I find my order. My Executive XL from Click Eyewear, right. CLIC Eyewear.
Executive
Eyewear.
Executive Eyewear.
So anyway, another world championship is in the books. Another world championship is in the books. Our 6th world championship. We joke around. We call it a Fergie World Championship.
A what?
A Fergie World Championship.
What's that?
Well, thanks, Richard Fergola, we always joke with Richard because he goes to Australia. He went to Australia and he won a contest and he called it a World Championship because he was in Australia.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, we got it.
We called it a Fergie World. It wasn't.
I thought
a true world championship. Was New York a true world championship? Not yet. Trophy says so. Marketing says so. Customers think so.
Might as
To
well
us,
get after it.
The American Royal, the Houston Livestock, the Jack are really still, and Memphis and May are really the 4 true world championships in barbecue.
Right.
But I think this one in the Northeast, I think it'll get there. I think
Sounds like a really nice contest.
I think it's a great venue. It's a thing. I think they're really doing great things. Jeremy and Scott, the 2 organizers, did a great job out there, and I think it'll continue to grow.
Good deal.
And the prize money was very nice. We were able to bring home about $18,000-$19,000 from.
Good for you.
Yeah, so
paid for a lot of diesel fuel.
And you want me to sponsor Switzerland?
Yeah.
That seems ridiculous.
So now can I bring up the other subject?
You're the one. No, that's for episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So, yeah. So do we have anything else?
Not that I know of.
Yes.
Anything else, Randy?
No.
Okay. Well, you know the drill. Like, follow, subscribe. Follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Do other things. Randy, take it away.
Boom. Done. Out of here. Finished.
Damn.
Oh man, that was pretty aggressive, Randy. That was good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.